Hi everyone, welcome back to Ghost Prime Transformer Reviews. Today I'll be taking a look at War for Cybertron Siege Barricade. Now this is a G1-ified version of the character that appeared in the live-action Transformers films. This is a really nice deco on this guy. He is a deluxe size figure, which means for the Siege line he's a little small, but he's really nicely detailed. And what I find in this guy from my Prowl, in comparison, a lot of the little looseness in the joints on Prowl seems to be fixed with this guy. He has some nice tight joints and absolutely beautiful colorations. I'm really glad that they went with the G1 version of this guy. The movie version is very cool and very popular, so I understand why they did this way. Plus they get an extra use out of the mold. Cheeky bastards. But it's a really nice figure. Without any further ado, let's get to the review. Alright, let's start by taking a look at the box. Now, he comes packaged just like any other deluxe figure. He has Siege artwork on one side. He has the promotional shots on the back. Now, one thing I do want to point out about the back, the paint on the back of the box. Now, you can see his arms here are painted, and his arms there are not painted on the toy. That is a change that occurred between these pictures, that's the prototype, and the figure. Otherwise, you can see the mode here is alt mode with the two guns on top, like the Dotson brothers, and here holding a Battle Master. On this side, you have beautiful artwork depicting the character in his G1E form, which again, he has the black forearms here. All right, inside the box, you do get instructions. His instructions, pretty much exactly the same as Prowl's. Shows you how to transform him. You have his specs here. The Battle Masters and Macro Master that he is paired with, if you want to pair it with him. And depiction of where you could place his weapons. Oddly, out here too can be done. It also could be placed in the side of his forearm here. Again, darker forearms. Would have been nice. The instructions. Oh, one thing I forgot to look at is, do we have any blacklight reflective? We do. I don't have a blacklight, even though it is October. I should get one for these. As you can see, it is responsive on the box. And now for the figure himself. So this little guy looks beautiful in these colors. Absolutely beautiful in these colors. He shares pretty much everything with Prowl. He has exactly the same transformation, the same articulation, but much better paint. He does come with these two weapons that also come with Blue Streak and Smokescreen. Now, as you just saw, you could put them together like this, which form a peg here, so you could have a single weapon. He does not come with a rifle like Prowl and the others do, but you can see this weapon here, so close up. These two weapons. Nice detail on them. I actually don't mind this too much. It looks like a clip on the side of the gun there, even though they're lasers, obviously, but I think it's really cool. It gives a nice look to it. Now, you could really put this on him pretty much anywhere there's a peg. And the peg helps to hold these two pieces together. He has pegs on his shoulders. He has pegs on his forearm here. Whoop, and I dropped him. Put these back in there. And his forearm here. He also put it on his back for storage. And they do come apart. And they could go on these two little holes here, which I'm sure you saw on Prowl if you happen to have Prowl. But he doesn't have these guns. which honestly is kind of unfortunate. I always liked Prowl with the shoulder-mounted cannons, so he could have the standard sort of shoulder-mounted cannons of all the Datsuns. I showed instructions, even with just the half peg, you can put these. Sorry, they're so tight on his shoulders here. To me, that looks kind of silly, but I like to put them like this. This is one of my favorite ways to put them, is on his arm here. I think it looks really good like that. But as for paintwork, he has more paintwork than Prowl does, obviously. Prowl's mostly white. So he has, let's focus a little bit. Of course, the Decepticon logo tampograph there. Silver for the headlights. He has some battle damage on the sides of the chest, which is mainly for car mode, which I will show you when we get him into that mode. Now, one thing I want you to notice in the light here, see how the plastic is shiny, but the finish on this paint isn't quite. I think that sets it off very nicely. I think that's something that's very intentional that they did, and I think it looks very, very good. Of course, he has all the same just detail that's on Prowl. These are really nice purple. It's a beautiful purple plastic that is painted silver, so it helps highlight the fact that that's clear and really pops that purple. Very, very cool. Very nice. He has the lettering on the sides of the doors, which looks to be very similar, if not exactly the same as Prowl's. I'm guessing that just says police. I have not gone to the translator or the key to look at it. It would be nice if they had stickers here that actually said police and to punish and enslave. If Repo Labels gets that out, I might just buy that. So on the back, again with the purple color, very nice standing out here. Now this is really cool that it's almost like it's red, but it looks purple too. It's like a red color, but it's like a purplish red. It looks very neat for the light bar here. Now let's compare him side by side here to Prowl. And my Prowl's legs are very loose, so he has a hard time standing. There, so you see he's different heads, but there's exactly the same figure. Now, of course, this one has some little paint marks. He has an Autobot logo here. He has stripes on his belt. He only has the triangle on his crotch. He has the stripes on his shoulders. Overall, I believe this has a nicer paint job. It all blends together really well. This looks very plasticky. This looks more premium. They've done a really good job making this figure look much better. I don't have Blue Streak to compare him to, which I'm on the fence. That with Earthrise, I'm kind of thinking we might get Datsuns of all these guys eventually next year, so we'll see. I'm kind of holding out for that. So to get this guy into car mode, it's exactly the same as Prowl, which if you want to check out the transformation, you could look at my other video on that. I'm going to quickly go through this transformation. Now, transformation is not really all that hard. It's pretty straightforward. He looks just fantastic in this mode. He has these beautiful kind of dark purple tires. They are plastic. He does roll fairly well. All except for this one reel doesn't really spin too well, but it's okay. Not compared to the rest. But still, very nice to get a close-up look at this guy. Wonderful detail. Again, I love the red paint under the purple plastic here. This looks really nice for the light bar. They really did a lot of good detail work on this from a design perspective, just to really set this apart. He does have the skid marks, the paint with skid on the side here, but not down here, which is good. I'm glad this is minimal for the battle damage. It would be kind of annoying if it was all the way down the side. I think it looks decent how it is. Sets it off a little bit. It's not really too glaring. It's nice. And these weapons, you could actually put a couple different ways on this. In the car mode, you could put them together and you could stick them directly on top as kind of like a turret. or as the back of the box shows, you could put them in the top piece here, the top of the hood, which was the shoulders. Press them all the way in there like that. And like that. And you have Barricade ready to go kick some Autobot butt. He is a very, very good figure. Just one more look at this purple. Very nice. This is a really, really nice figure. And I gotta say it again, it is just a really, really good figure to have in the Siege collection. One last thing before we do final thoughts. Here's a comparison in car mode with the other police car in the line. As you can see, this one looks so much nicer than Prowl does. They did a great job with this guy. Really, really great job. Really good job. So as you can see, this is a good figure. He looks beautiful. He'll look awesome on your shelf with the rest of the Siege line. He'll look fantastic just sitting on his shelf by himself. He is a really nice figure, and he is a must pick up, I would say. This little guy retails for 20 bucks. You can find him coming out in the stores now. I highly recommend him. So, please, like, subscribe, hit the downvote button if you have to, and I'll see you guys next time. With Omega Supreme! No one listens to the end of my videos anyway, right?